Shalom, shalom. Good morning, Chicken Math Professor. Ask the Professor live. Apologize for being a little late, but that's okay. Just gave y'all more time to get those last minute farm chores done so that you could hop on this live stream this morning so we could talk about a couple things. So, as we are waiting for others to join, just thought I'd give a little, in case you missed it from this week. I don't know what all pages you guys are subscribed to, people that you guys have in your feeds, but I can tell you some of the ones that we keep an eye on regularly that are doing awesome things. And one of those is Bryant's Roost. They are doing amazing things, from everything from the Poultry Nerds podcast, which is adorable and awesome. They have a private group, and you can nerd out on there and learn all kinds of amazing things. The Hot Mess Homestead, she's got a big following and gorgeous eggs, and way to go, girl. I wonder if you incubated those. And Rice and Shine Farms, just speechless. Gorgeous, gorgeous eggs. She has some that are currently available. And we also have Noli at Mojo Homestead. I think it's Mojo FL Official or something. With her Dirty River Rock eggs, again, just gorgeous, and they're all providing information for you, and they are wonderful breeders in the program. And go check out their pages, go see what they're doing, how they're making some of the egg colors that they're making, and the successes that they're having, and the experiences and the fun that they're having too, because that's part of what it's all about, right? Teamwork makes the dream work, and we're collaborating over here at Chicken Math Professor, shouting out to the others in our field, because we see them as colleagues and not as competitors, because they're doing things we can't do, and we're doing things that maybe they can't, or they don't know how to do. I don't know. But our specialty is we're making that rainbow affordable for you. So we have rainbow hatching dozens, and we have rainbow hatching chicks, and they don't hatch out as a rainbow, in case that was unclear. Sometimes I think people don't know. I was looking at this post yesterday from a viral video of this beautiful farm stand with all these rainbow eggs, and she sells these rainbow eggs as eating eggs, which is amazing that she has that many. If this is really a real video, I'm not sure. And it's funny because as someone who either incubates or sells those gorgeous eggs, I'm like, they're just a farm stand. They're just eating them. But people were asking, do the ones that are different colors taste differently? No, they don't. If they are fertilized by a rooster, will they be different? No, they won't. And all kinds of questions about colored eggs that people may or may not know. So the benefit of colored eggs is that they're beautiful. And I think the concept of like going for Easter egg collecting baskets, I think that's literally just a Hallmark kind of promotion, like something to just kind of capitalize on something that just happens in the spring. Is you're going out and you're looking for eggs, especially if you have free rangers, because they will lay anywhere. So that's just the nature of it. You have your basket and you're hunting for eggs, and it's not for one day a year here, y'all. It is year round. You got to go find where they might put them. You have to think like a chicken. You have to go in random places, and sometimes you find them and sometimes you don't. But then you have your basket, and it's gorgeous. It has beautiful colors in it, and some are speckled and some have bloom. And hello there, Stephanie. Way to come on in. And don't forget to leave your comment. And so we're working towards that affordable rainbow for people who would love to have that additional color, that bling in their basket, the ability to go looking for those beautiful different colored eggs and not just have maybe your traditional cream or browns or whites, but the really dark chocolate brown, the variations of blues, and the variations of peach, pinkish, cream, orange with heavy bloom. I mean, there's a lot. Greens, the olive eggs. So we have a square store if you're not aware of that. And definitely check it out. I'll put the link in the comments, and let's get into it for what today's episode is about. So I know y'all have heard, in Facebook, I know you're going to do this backwards for me. But we can all see what this reconnect. Okay, so we got ice, right? Like in case of emergency, okay? So what do we do in case of emergencies as chicken tenders? It's ironic because this is something that a lot of people, when they get those adorable chicks, they aren't thinking about, oh, you mean I'm the answer? I'm the one you're going to call in an emergency? Not me as in chicken math professor, but as in you yourself. Like, congratulations, you have chicks, and now you have just become an emergency responder because there's typically not a lot of help around for how to take care of an emergency situation with your chickens. So the best thing you can do is educate yourself on how to do it and also be prepared with particular items that can help with it. So let's start out first with what the I is going to stand for in this particular situation. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to isolate the chicken or chickens that have been involved. Obviously, if you're talking about a full-fledged attack with multiple chickens involved, that's a totally different story. But let's say you have one chicken that has an incident you're going to want to isolate so that for the C, first is for calm, keep calm, but so that you can clean and you can correct the situation. So there may be blood, there may be poop, there may be all kinds of things that you have to deal with. And so your number one line of defense is put on those gloves. TJ Morris over at Refuge Medical likes to say, if it ain't yours and it's wet, don't touch it. So put on those latex gloves or vinyl gloves so that you can have your first line of defense against touching things that you shouldn't A, touch yourself, and B, contaminate to the rest of your flock. And then you're going to, obviously when you clean and correct, you're going to clean them up, but you're also going to correct it. And by correcting it, there can be a whole host of solutions to what you're going to do to correct it, including wound care or a treatment for multiple days in isolation. That's almost always going to involve having the chicken be in a dark location and in a small crate. We'll get into more of those things in future episodes because each piece of this is literally a whole thing. So just wanted to give you the basics. This last piece for E is going to be educate and execute. So you're going to educate yourself because, again, congratulations, you are now the first responder for your chicken emergency. And you're going to educate yourself. You're going to have to check into groups on Facebook that have medical advice. Some of them even have vets that will be on. It's called Chicken Vet Corner. I can link that as well. Some is Rooster Allies. They have a lot of information for how to deal with aggression in roosters and cockbirds and how to resolve that. And the next one is execute. So you're going to execute your plan of what do you think is best? Probably need to put in the middle there, pray, right? Like, so pray about your particular solution for your chicken and what is the best, most effective, what can you afford? Because it's not always going to be taking them to the vet. I'll be honest, and I need some information here. I need to create a little network of who the chicken vets, the avian vets are throughout the US because I'll be honest, there aren't a lot. And I've had a lot of conversations with people about why there aren't a lot of vets. And it's mostly because a lot of backyard breeders end up having to do it themselves. The chicken hatcheries or the commercial facilities all have their own in-house avian vet. So they don't actually go take them. They have a vet that works on staff. So we're kind of somewhere in the middle, right? Where there may or may not be someone who specializes. There may be somebody online who can help out, but for the most part, it's you. So you got to educate yourself. You got to execute what you think is the best protocol, best situation, what you can afford. And sadly, sometimes the execute does actually mean what you have to do. So the term is culling, C-U-L-L-I-N-G. And if you didn't know that as a chicken tender, which is what you are, you're tending your chickens, that at sometimes you may have to cull your chickens. You may have to unalive them in a humane way due to something that is not something they will recover from, or if the wound is too grievous, especially in the case of attacks. A lot of times it is the only solution. And if you do not have a current protocol for how to safely and humanely and quickly cull a chicken, you need to research that for yourself, because it's something that happens. And if you're going to be a responsible tender, it's something that you need to do. It's not fun. It sucks. It absolutely sucks every single time. Every time it sucks. But it's better knowing that you've done the best for your chicken and that you've put them out of their misery. So it is a sensitive subject, but it is something that you need to know. And in the meantime, always remember to keep calm. Chickens will always react to your level of stress, fear, anxiety, rushing. You know how they don't like quick movements. So you need to keep yourself calm, collected, address the situation, have some of your things already researched. What is the thing that you're the most scared about happening to your chickens? Start researching it now, because it might happen, because things happen to chickens. It's pretty crazy the amount of things that can go wrong with chickens, and people don't really talk about this. So start researching now so that if it does happen, you're like, hey, I got this. I already purchased the products and I've already taken the educational steps. All I got to do now is execute my protocol because I already know what I'm going to do. That would be the best case scenario. And one of the things that I will always recommend in the case of an emergency is to have some of this on hand. It is so portable. It is so easy to have. It is a Strong Animals product. It is their prebiotics and probiotics with cinnamon in it, and it is fantastic. This mixes into a gallon of water, and when you give this, not only does it help calm them down, but it helps restore their gut health, because stress, as we all know, affects gut health. So as soon as you can get that activating their gut and keeping them on this throughout the whole course of whatever protocol you need for their emergency situation. So also just remember, you're doing great. That's what this says backwards on Facebook. Sorry. But yeah, you're doing great. So pray through the process. Remember that you are going to learn so much as you do, and then you'll be able to share with others. When others say, oh my gosh, my chicken did XYZ, or my chicken has this, or how do I handle this? And honestly, it does tend to end up being kind of something where people feel a little ashamed. Oh, my chicken had this happen. My chicken had that happen. What do I do? Man, chickens literally seek out getting hurt sometimes. They weren't given the most, wisdom. So comment. Do you have an issue going on today that you're like, I need some help? Does anybody out there know how to address this situation or that situation? And that's what we're about, right? Community. It's teamwork makes the dream work. So let's all help one another out, and let's do what we can to be prepared for our chickens for any cases of emergencies. And stay tuned, because we are going to hopefully be working on continuing this education, and even possibly a secret surprise. We'll see if it works. So keep us in your prayers for that. And in the meantime, check out our Square store. Let us know how we can help. Get your question in for next week for Ask the Professor live stream. And don't forget, let's do some chicken math, y'all. Have a great day.